Hello and welcome to MGP399.5. I'm Sheepdog and with me this week is Pab. Say hello, Pab.
Hello there.
Do you know, I'd planned to do this whole your Twitch sensation, Pab 1986, and then I forgot it as I was speaking then.
All right. Not that much of a sensation, to be honest with you, so it's all right.
I think people will know. You're so famous now, people will know who you are just from Pab.
Yes.
You could basically abbreviate it now. People don't need the 1986 these days.
No,
You're
exactly.
just synonymous with pork and beans and everything. So yeah, we've
sure.
been gone for a whole week. I've not heard your voice in a week. How are you getting on?
Okay. Not so bad. Yeah, I've had some, like, so since the last time we recorded, I have acquired the second PC for streaming.
Oh God, yeah, you made Kev envious, even though you've not got a super one because he wants.
He's got two though, so he's already got it.
Yeah, but I haven't even got one, Pab, and I'm itching now. I'm itching.
It happened so fast. I mean, like, it came from like the Amazon Prime Day deals sort of thing. I got a few things on there, and I've just got all the rest together, and yeah. Then my old mate Graham who builds all my PCs, had it all delivered to his house. All came on the Saturday, and then I was streaming on that Saturday, and he said, "All right, everything's there. I'm just going to make a start." And I was like, "All right, okay." And then in the middle of the stream, it just saw him come up in chat going, "I've done." I was like, "What? We're done already?" And it was literally, he took about an hour. It's all booting fine. And I was like, "What the?" And then a couple of hours later, he messaged me. I had to end the stream early because I had to go and collect it from him. He was in my back street. I had to go and collect
back street. Does he do house calls? Because I feel like, I mean, for the listeners' benefit, they might notice that I'm not Kev, and with me this week is not Anna. But also, poor old Kev, he's moved. They're having a bit of a rough week. If anyone doesn't follow him on Twitter, they're not having the best week with their move. Everything that could go wrong seems to be going a bit wrong. But more importantly to the podcast, it seems like Kev's forgotten how to set up all of his kit, and I like to think he's just sat in his underwear in a room full of wires just trying to put them together, and it's not really working. He keeps putting up pictures going, "This looks different," and it's just him sat in a room on a chair, and I'm not sure what's different about it other than Donald Duck staring at you piercingly in the corner. But he's doing random little updates. I've seen his internet speeds go from less than 4 meg to, I think he's up to like 60 meg now, so he's already ahead of me. But he was hoping for 900. At one point he's sending pictures of the expected speed of 900 meg, which I don't think really went to plan because they need to, like, I don't know, bulldoze his road or something. But they will be back next week, they say. That's obviously why we're not doing 400 yet. This is just a middle episode. I did say pre-show to Pab I wanted to call this 399 1/8 and just spend the episode with some shenanigans, but I'm going to save that all for episode 420. Isn't that right, Pab?
Sure. That's what. You said it, and I was like, "Sure, okay." I don't know what you've got in store. I'm just going to go, "Yeah, okay."
Well, I've been googling whether Snoop Dogg plays games.
He does. He's a big gamer.
I'm just thinking when Snoop Dogg met Sheepdog, I said my own name wrong then. You know, we're both dogs. It's the match made in heaven. I think me, him, you, Kev and Anna on a podcast together for an hour. It's just, you know, it's all been building towards that. 10 years of podcasting.
Is that what it is?
Basically, isn't it? I mean,
wow.
Surely. According to my LinkedIn, I've been producing podcasts since, nearly 10 years ago. It was. It might have been a lie, Pab. Let's face it. No one tells the truth on LinkedIn. It's a den of lies. But
is it? Okay.
Yeah. Do you not have a LinkedIn?
No.
Yeah,
no.
Good point. I'm not connected to you on there, so you can't have one, I imagine.
No, I don't have a LinkedIn.
Kev and Anna have one. I have one.
Good.
I have two.
I mean, there's no. I'm not being peer pressured to making a LinkedIn. What the hell?
You should.
It's not cool. It's nothing cool about having a LinkedIn.
Well,
I've got a LinkedIn.
It's where all the lies happen, but it's also where all the movers and shakers are. It's where I got
this is the problem.
Captain Birdseye to send Kev some fish fingers.
This is the problem. I don't move or shake, so this is the problem. This is why I'm not on it.
It's where I go to make stuff happen, Pab.
Yeah,
I go on there, I hunt people down. I'm like, who's the head marketing guy for such and such company? And then I stalk them and ring them up on their work office mobile office line and ask them questions. And they're like, what? Who are you?
Yeah, have you got this number?
Yeah, I mean, it's their office number, not their personal number, I assume. But you know, they do kind of go, why? Who are you? And I'm just ringing them, going, I'd like a review of a game, and it sometimes works.
I'd like some fish fingers, please.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a message. I was like, my friend needs fish fingers. It's, we're all in lockdown, send him some food. And they were like, yep, sure thing.
It's nice
that was really surprisingly easy, but they wanted everyone to keep it quiet, so I shouldn't really be talking about it. But,
really?
Yeah, they were like...
I wonder why I never heard anything more about this. I remember the event happening, and I was like, did we talk about this off air, or did
I think we talked
Kev
about it on the show.
It?
But Kev went to do like a video of it all happening, and they were like, if you do that, everyone will ask for fish fingers. Yeah. So let's just leave it really ambiguous like that. But let's, if you're ever in need, get in touch. I'll see if I can pull some strings. We'll have to find other people, who does chicken. We could go for Bernard Matthews. He does fish as well, doesn't he? Or is he Captain Birdseye as well? Are they the same person?
No, Bernard Matthews is a different person, I think. Okay. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really down with.
But I've never seen him in the same room together. So
I mean, neither. Fish finger lore. I don't know any of it. I don't know enough about it.
I know.
So we're trying to. They might have noticed again. We're trying to avoid going too deep on the old gaming this week because if we do that, we have to play games for next week. Let's face it, that's what we're all thinking. I've played new stuff that I think save that for 400 Sheepdog. I know you've probably been playing games that we won't mention as well. But I do have a confession for you that something's arriving. I mean, it's not arriving for me. It's my son's birthday tomorrow.
Okay, go on.
He's got a game on the Switch, Pab, that you were very into earlier this year. I vowed to never play it, but it is in my house at the moment in a wrapping paper.
Oh my word! What is on a Switch? You say
on the Switch? Yeah, a major Switch game, major release. It kind of saved lockdown for lots of people. Some might say you built a career out of it.
Okay, the ones where that has animals in it. Okay,
yeah, and they're crossing each other. I think it's something about an animal feud. Is it?
Okay, what's triggered this then?
Yeah, well, he was. Weirdly, he was doing a Tamagotchi Life demo on the DS, and he just become really into that, so that was on his list. And then he started playing a demo of one of the old Animal Crossings, and I don't think it did very much. I think it was just video and a bit of... I don't even think he got to play it, but he was like, I want this. And I said, I'm not going to get you the DS version that no one's talking about. I'll get you the kind of insane version that everyone's... politicians are playing, people are taking over. Pab's built a career out of it. And I added it to his list thinking no one would buy it. And then, actually, I think we bought it thinking about it. But my wife wants to play it. I'm thinking I probably need to see what all the fuss is about. He'll be playing it, obviously, but he goes to bed at some point. So I'll just take it off him and we'll have a go. But I did say to Claire that we've kind of got into it as the whole world has stopped playing it because other things are out. So
it's still massively popular. It's just it's not as popular as it was. There's still a lot of people playing it though.
Yeah, I was saying I'm going to have to get him like Nintendo Online so he can exchange turnips with people or whatever it is you do. I sort of, it's weird. I've never played any of this, but I know there's definitely buying and selling.
You don't need to. You can buy and sell in your own shop, but you are then tethered to what their prices are.
Yeah.
That's where the buying and selling on other people's islands is a big thing because it's like everyone has different prices each day. So that is how. Yeah, you probably would need the online for that, but like I say, you don't need to. It's not a vital thing to do it. Like I say, it can be done all offline. So
it's interesting. Yeah, well, it was interesting chatting to my wife because, like, as we all know from the podcast, I've been playing Tapped Out for like a decade and Pokemon Go for 4 years. She just randomly mentioned she'd been playing some, I think it's called Homescapes. It's like one of those puzzle games, a bit like Candy Crush, but she's been playing that for like 7-8 years. It's literally just a puzzle thing where you move the candy around and it empties the screen. It's like a columns Tetris type thing. She said to me randomly, I've been playing this game for like nearly a decade. And I said to her, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only loser. And then she was talking to me about what she likes about some of the bits. I think it's Homescapes. It's some sort of home. You do the levels, you unlock certain parts of your house. And I said to her, well, you might like Animal Crossing. So I've been trying to explain it to her, but I've never actually researched it. So I did say to her, you basically get a mortgage off of a fella called Tom. You then have to pay him back by flogging stuff. You can essentially catch bugs and sell them to his family members, and then they end up paying your mortgage off because they're rich and stupid, and that's how our understanding of this game. So if it's not like that at all, then I don't think people have been explaining this very well on the podcast.
I mean,
am I quite accurate? Or
yes, you probably you're there or thereabouts. It is what you make of it. It is genuinely what you make of it. I mean, like I say, the early stuff is like, say, you're going to be gated by stuff that you need to do and stuff like that. But once you've unlocked them things, it's pretty much like the world's your oyster. You can do what you want.
Can I set up a cockfighting ring?
No, because all the animals in there are your neighbours. They're not really.
Can I set up a fight club then?
In theory, you could. I mean, they wouldn't ever fight, but you could probably get well, they have a wrestling ring, don't they? There is a wrestling ring in there. You could, and there's also sumo ring flooring for
theory,
your house.
I could just write on the sign, Fight Club sign up here. It doesn't mean anyone's going to join it. Officially, I can start the club. It would just have no members. It'll have one member, and I'll just fight myself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. There's so many different countless things in it. That's the thing. If you just looked online at the amount of custom content people have made, it's just like mind blowing. The amount of stuff is like, so good. I mean,
cool. Well, this time next week, I'll have had it in my house opened for 6-7 days. I couldn't do the maths then. I'll be able to. You're gone.
You're getting it right at the perfect time because it's Halloween. There's two new reactions available tomorrow because it's Halloween, and the reactions are basically like you unlock reactions throughout the game. So basically like emotes that you do, and so it's perfect timing for it really, because like I say, there are 2 more available tomorrow. So that is the Halloween based ones. So yeah, there you go, perfect timing.
I feel like this is the best time of year for all games. I was chatting to Bouncy on Twitter saying they hadn't released the Halloween Simpsons update, and that came out all of a sudden, and I've been playing the heck out of that. And I mentioned again on Twitter that my kids turned up to me in the week. They were like, the Adopt Me update on Roblox has just come out. It's the Halloween update. We've got £4 each in our hands. Could you please go online, buy us some Robux so we can enjoy this event? And I was just shocked. I was like surprised they'd planned it, they'd figured it out, They knew exactly, I was like, yes, okay, I'm not going to say no to that. You've actually sat here and prepared for this. I mean, they're better prepared for events and games than I am. But I went and got that for them, and they've been having a storm on there. Ollie basically just went straight on, bought whatever thing. I don't really know how it works exactly. I think you buy eggs and then you hatch them, and they've got pets inside them, and then you trade them for better pets and stuff. And he literally got the best one straight away. So my daughter was absolutely gutted because she was just like, "You son of a!" But then he managed to get a second one immediately and gave it to her, so she was laughing then. But it's. I feel like again, my kids have just followed in my annoying footsteps of being hooked on these trading, collecting. Well,
that's what they're designed for, Sheepdog. That's where they get the money, because Robux is free, isn't it?
Yeah, allegedly.
That's how they get you.
But I made the mistake of, I think there must have been ill or something once, and I've gone, I'll chop this up for you, of course. Yeah, anything for you, and it's only a £5, and now it's become every few months there's an event on, quick. And because I know how they work, I did explain to them, Pokemon Go is the same. The event comes out, say, 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, and if you happen to be on at that time, you'll probably get all the awesome stuff. And then if you leave it a day, like if you wake up the next day and you start having to go, all of the good stuff's been got quickly, and you're trying to find it, and it becomes a grind for weeks then trying to catch up. But if you happen to be playing in that sweet spot when it's just come out, they want people to be going, "Oh, Pab, look what I got! Oh, I've just got the best one."
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Then you're like, "Oh, well, if Sheepdog can get it, I'll go get it." And it's exactly what they do.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon does it religiously. I used to find that I'd get a message from my mates. It'd be like midnight, and I'd get a text saying they've just dropped some new, something's changed regions and it's everywhere all of a sudden, and the shiny's out, and they'd be like, I got one already, and then I'd think, well, I'm not going to go out now, it's midnight, I'll go to bed, and then I'd spend the next week looking everywhere for it, and then the one time I happened to be about, I must have been out at an event or something, and the same thing happened, straight away, bang, there you go, shiny. It's cheeky, isn't it, really? But I get it, because it's just free publicity, everyone goes nuts showing it off, and yeah, my kids have learned it now, so they're turning up to me with their money ready, going ding ding ding, come on, let's go. But yeah, as long as they're not asking me for my own cash, it's fine. I don't know where they got that from. I did say to my wife afterwards, did they just take that out of your purse or something?
They brought a bank card over it. Can we pay on this?
Yeah, there's my initials on the front. But yeah. So I am also looking forward to trying Tamagotchi Life. I'm thinking this time next week I'll be reviewing games that you and Kev played like this year and years ago. I remember Kev giving you the updates.
Okay.
I have got other things lined up. I'm trying to get Doom. I realised my Game Pass had expired, and I was trying to get Doom sorted, but I am nervous that it's going to make me violently ill.
I would expect it would. Yeah. I would expect it might. But it's worth giving a go, because it's very good.
I mean, I don't have to, it's on Game Pass, so I don't have to specifically pay to get it. I just have to wait for it to download. But everyone's been raving about how amazing it is, so I just thought, why not? It's on there, isn't it?
Exactly. Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Have you got any gaming-related stuff that isn't reviewing?
No, not overly. Trying to think. Let's have a look now. Preview of what I finished a game this week. I had played a demo for a game last weekend. Was it? Or was it early this week? Maybe it was last weekend. It must have been. And the demo was on Stadia. I played the demo exclusively on Stadia. People who in the know will know what it is already, but we'll leave that till next week. But yeah, what else have I done? I'm playing. Like I said, I'm still doing the VR, the horror stuff. Almost the Shocktober, Shocktober stuff for the Saturday streams have been like we're playing horror games, and
I've seen so many people using that name now. At the time, that's really clever, and I see it everywhere now. It's like, damn it, they just lifted it off an Iceland advert or something, didn't they?
Basically? Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I played. I don't even know if I mentioned it. I'm not going to mention it, but I played one game a couple of weeks back that was just jump scares everywhere, and I literally had jump scares all over the place.
Some absolute swine retweeted a video that had a jump scare in it the other day, and I nearly died, Pab. I'm not, I wouldn't have been here. I was this close. I
heard you mention it. Yeah,
I didn't
I'm not
share it
though.
I genuinely watched it and thought, like, it made me jump so much, and I thought, God, I wonder if has anyone ever heard of a story of someone dying from watching one of them? Because I must have been close. I must have been close. I jumped a mile, but somebody out there in the history of the world must have died on one of these. It's looking at it now. I was like, yeah, I should have seen that coming. It was like a person shut their light off, and their wife went, "What's that out the door?" And they turned the light back on, and there's nothing there. And he turned it off again, and they were there again. And he turned it on, and they weren't there. And then when he turned it off the third time, it just come running into the room and screamed in front of the camera. Like when it ran in, I just jumped a mile. I was like, ah! And I genuinely, I can't stop thinking there must be someone out there who's just gone on Twitter. Oh, what's this? Boom, they're dead. Like, it must have happened because I felt terrible after it. It was not good, and surely, I mean, it was so out of the blue as well. So I'm trying to start. Basically, if someone says to me, "Yeah, someone died," I'm just going to start Sheepdog's campaign. It's just going to be like, get rid of it, ban them get rid of them, no more jump scares. Save the one person it ever happened to because it nearly didn't, because I felt sad about it. But so I never realised there were this many games that had them in. You're saying you've been playing them all every Saturday.
I haven't played. I mean, like I've played several. By the end of this, I've played 5. I think there's only one that's properly been jump scary, and it's not been like.
I think the PS3 one that I played, I stopped playing it because it was just horrific. It was just, I kept thinking nothing really happened, but I kept expecting it to because people had told me it was a scary game, and I can't remember what it was called now, like something Omens or something like that. It was just a one that you got on PS Plus years ago. It would have been like 6-7 years ago, but I've kind of avoided them since then. But I can see why there'd be a market there because it's more immersive when you're controlling it, isn't it? You can kind of. Mm-hmm. They can almost second guess you. Like in a horror film, you might say, "Don't go that way, don't do that," and then in the game, they know you're going to think that, so you're going to get got by doing the opposite. That's how I'd make it anyway. I'd be like, "Don't go that way, don't go upstairs," and the second you go downstairs, boom, you're scared. But
yeah. So, like tomorrow, today, as this goes out, is my last Shocktober stream, and we'll know by the time. Well, not by the time this goes out, but. If you see what I'm playing, you'll know whether I'm going to tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a way to do a horror game in VR.
Ugh, that sounds the worst, to be fair.
But see, the issue is if I put VR on, I just put a headset on over the top of what I'm looking at. As in, like, I just put a headset right over the front, over chat, over the stream and everything. I can't see it anymore, and I'm trying to find a way of
getting the chat in with you.
There are ways of doing it. I just don't know how.
Could you set up like a Gethin thing like Kev has, where it reads all the messages out to you in your ear?
No, yeah, but that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd be going boo.
there is a way of having chat, like if you look up, there's the chat's up upwards, pointed upwards. Just look, so you can look up and you can see the chat. There are ways around it, but I don't know if it work. If I can get it working, we might try something. If not, then you'll see me playing something completely random. But
so are you going to go on to a new trend and play games with characters with mustaches for November, like Mario?
No, probably not. But my emotes, I got new emotes this week. All my emotes have a mustache. All of my emotes have a mustache. I don't like because my Animal Crossing character has a mustache. I made the emote. My initial emote was my Animal Crossing character. So all of my emotes now is the Animal Crossing character doing certain things. So now I am permanently targeted at this Animal Crossing character with a moustache. So yeah, that is one thing at least.
There you go. But you need to come up with a gimmick for the next month. You can't. And you go into Christmassy stuff and festive.
This next month was planned for Cyberpunk month. It's right out the window.
Yeah, that's gone.
That went right out the window. I thought someone was messing with me the other day, and I was probably gutted on.
No, I did. I've already read a joke about it and thought, last month sometime, and I'd seen all these people begging them to promise because they're booking the day off, and then when I saw it come out, I thought this is a horrible meme, and then realised it wasn't. And I mean, I'm not too concerned because I'm probably, unless it ends up being so ridiculously popular and great that I have to get it, I'm probably not going to get it. It just, I've got this gut feeling about it that I'm waiting to see on. But
yeah, I'd wait and see.
Yeah, it's just gutting for people, and I feel bad for them. I mean, people are being a bit jerky about it, like the internet always is, but it was shocking that got delayed again. But I get they are trying to make it perfect, and I worry that they're worrying too much now a little bit. Like, I'm starting to think maybe they're fretting that it's got a lot of hype on it, and maybe they should pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, it's just optimization. What they're saying? It's not optimized for everything, and they want to get it all optimized for everything. Like I say, it's gold. They said it went gold at least a month ago, and it's like that's fine. And all they're optimizing for is a day one patch now.
That patch is
because if it's gone gold, it's already printed on discs. On discs in the warehouse somewhere now. Cyberpunk. If someone snuck out a copy of Cyberpunk on a disc somewhere, someone could be playing it right now for all I know. They probably are.
Yeah, probably are. Someone, isn't there? Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, they're just waiting for a day one patch, optimizing for a day one patch so it actually runs better. So.
Do you know why I think they're really delaying it? I haven't asked for a review copy yet, and it's only just occurred to me that I could probably do that. So maybe they've just been delaying it, thinking eventually that moron's going to realise that he could just ask us for a review copy, and then I can get that to either you or Anna, or if you've already bought it, myself.
I've not. I'm waiting for. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm downloading. I'm getting it on PC, so it's not. I'm not getting a physical copy, so I can pre-order it whenever.
I still don't think it's going to be my thing, but I will email them, see what they say.
And
I'd be
sure,
quite pleased if they send an early copy for Outplay, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I've lost my train of thought now. Where was we going? Oh, the 19th was going to be Cyberpunk Day, but it also happens to be the release of the PlayStation 5. So
see, that's another thing. Now they're missing out on that day one kind of console game.
But it wasn't going to be on PS5 at launch. Sheepdog.
Oh, was it not? Sorry, I didn't know that. I thought it was.
It would have played on a PS5, but it would have PS4 game played on a PS5.
Right. Okay.
It's not. They haven't. They've said that'll be next year when the Xbox Series X and the PS5 versions is coming out. But like I say, you can play them on them consoles, and they'll run better because they'll run faster because they're running through SSDs. But they are only the PS4 and Xbox Series X.
I mean, they still might have got a boost though. Someone might have gone,
I've
got a new game and a new console.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, so someone said, what's happening on the not Cyberpunk Day anymore? Then, and I went, well, it's also the PS5 launch day, so you'll get to see the menu of the PS5 downloading all the games because I've got the non-disc, the discless version. Yeah. So I'm just going to have a download queue for the launch of the PS5. I'm sat here waiting for Amazon. Just 'cause I'm tempted, right? I was thinking I can just have a stream, right, with I'm going to put a camera by my front window, just have the stream of the camera waiting for the postman to turn up.
You get people working out where you are and then trying to get on the stream.
Yeah, I know. Just do it. It's like TRL or what do you call it?
We know you're next to a dentist, so you know how many dentists can there be up north?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but yeah, that's probably about enough from us, Sheepdog. We've gone for 25 minutes. We've gone for considerably longer than what we said.
Probably talked about more games before.
Yeah, we probably have done, but yeah.
Right. Well, how does he end this normally? Well, I guess
I don't know. We don't. It doesn't need to be anything.
Of course it does. I could just say, did you know? You can follow us on MG UK Podcast, or I'm at RB6K,
and I'm at Pab 1986 on Twitter and Twitch.
There you go. So
there you go. Thanks
folks. For listening, folks. Have a good week.
Yes. See you later, folks. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.